Imagine a heat so intense, it spontaneously shatters the windows of your home. A heat so suffocating that geese, birds known for their resilience, are found boiled to death in their own pond. Now imagine that hellish heat is broken not by relief, but by a sudden, violent storm pelting you with ice bowls in the city of Chengdu. This isn't a science fiction movie. This is the reality for hundreds of millions of people across China this summer. A nation trapped in a devastating cycle of extreme weather that is pushing society to the breaking point. This isn't just a series of disconnected weather events. It's a national crisis exposing the fatal flaws in China's infrastructure, the incompetence and cold indifference of the Chinese Communist Party, and a deep, growing chasm of distrust between the people and the state. From the official death tolls being silenced, to the public's mockery of government weather reports, to the bizarre and terrifying incidents plaguing daily life, we will show you what the CCP is trying to hide. This is China's dual catastrophe, as told by those living through it. The scale of the crisis is staggering. By mid-July, Chinese authorities had issued over 20,000 high-temperature warnings across the country, a jaw-dropping 40% increase from the previous year. The National Early Warning Information Distribution Center confirmed that this was also a 72% increase compared to the historical average since 2017. This heatwave has impacted over 920 million people across a vast area of 3.5 million square kilometers. We're seeing record-shattering temperatures that defy belief. Air temperatures have soared past 40 degrees Celsius, or 104 degrees Fahrenheit, in countless cities. In some parts of Sichuan and Hubei, the mercury has hit a peak of 43.7 degrees Celsius, but the ground itself tells the real story. In Shanxi and Henan, surface temperatures have been measured at over 70 degrees Celsius, or 158 degrees Fahrenheit. At a station in Wugong, Shanxi, the ground hit a blistering 72.9 degrees, breaking the local record. It's literally hot enough to cook food on the pavement, and that's exactly what people are doing. Videos have gone viral of reporters in Zhengzhou frying shrimp and eggs on the street, using nothing but the sun. But this extreme heat is far from a quirky news story. It is deadly. A resident from Xinyang, in Henan province, reported that 2 people have already died from the heat in his town. One was an elderly man who collapsed while working in the fields, and was found to have no signs of life when a passerby discovered him. The resident grimly noted that the last time temperatures were this high was during the reign of the Qianlong Emperor in the 1700s. In Hubei, the crisis has a grim, daily soundtrack. A local man there stated, "For the past few hot days, you can basically hear funeral music from passing hearses every single day." He believes the heat is claiming the lives of the elderly and those with chronic heart conditions. The heat is so unnatural that it's killing animals in shocking ways. A farmer in Henan, after more than 10 years of raising geese, found 5 of them had been boiled to death in their pond, where the water was estimated to be 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. He had never seen anything like it. The news quickly became a trending topic on Chinese social media. There are also widespread reports of farmed fish and chickens dying en masse, with experts predicting the industry could face losses of over 20%. The country's infrastructure is also buckling under the strain. In Zhengzhou, a resident named Mr. Tian was startled to find his bathroom window had spontaneously cracked into a spider web pattern, despite no external impact. The cause? Extreme thermal stress. Weeks later, a in Henan experienced the same thing. In a more dramatic incident, a video captured a concrete road in Henan cracking, buckling, and exploding in a cloud of dust, right in front of a moving car. This crisis is compounded by a deep public distrust of the authorities. Citizens openly mock the official weather forecasts, accusing the government of lying about the true temperatures. They claim authorities are intentionally. The Central Meteorological Observatory has been forced to issue dual warnings: an orange alert for extreme heat and a blue alert for severe convective weather. This means the country is being hit by hellish temperatures and violent storms at the exact same time. The video from Chengdu shows the terrifying result. A city that was scorching in the morning is suddenly pummeled by a hailstorm in the afternoon, with ice balls hammering down on the streets. In another clip, Yellow, muddy floodwater is seen bursting through a door. Residents are trapped in a weather nightmare, going from trying to fry eggs on the pavement in 40 degrees heat to being hit by a hailstorm just hours later. Forecasters warn of level 11 gusts per hour, which is strong enough to cause significant damage. They are also predicting short, intense downpours of up to 60 millimeters per hour. According to meteorologists, the only thing powerful enough to break this suffocating heat dome is the arrival of a typhoon. Forecasters are tracking new storms forming in the South China Sea, which are expected to make landfall along the southeast coast. But this relief comes at a terrible price. A typhoon will trade the extreme heat for its own set of dangers. Torrential rains on drought-hardened ground, powerful storm surges along the coast, and destructive high winds. For millions of people, it's a terrifying choice between two different but equally devastating disasters. Shattered windows, boiled animals, daily funeral processions, and a choice between a heat dome and a destructive typhoon. This is the new, terrifying normal in China's summer. The official warnings for the elderly, children, pregnant women, and outdoor workers to stay safe are a grim admission of a crisis spiraling out of control. The government's simple advice, turn on your air conditioner, don't be frugal, is a cold comfort for the millions whose livelihoods are withering in the fields and whose trust in their leaders has evaporated in the heat. The CCP's predictable cycle of denial, censorship, and performative propaganda is no longer working. The people are losing their homes, their livelihoods, and most importantly, their faith in a regime that seems more focused on saving face than saving lives. As China is battered by weather that feels more injured, the sound is more lighter, but as much lighter and skin. It also compels the sounds to spy. The sounds being propagated are calm. As the physical and social infrastructure cracks under the strain, one must ask, how many more of these extreme summers can the nation and its people possibly endure?